What a season 1 finale of Daredevil Born Again. It's an hour long, and it starts off with taking back a year ago where we see Vanessa meeting Poindexter, or Bullseye. She kind of gives him this spiel and everything and what's going on, what's behind it, and wanting him to get out because she wants him to take out Foggy Nelson, and we now know why the reasoning is. And later on in the episode, we'd find out more about everything that went on and what Foggy stumbled upon. We then see Matt in the hospital after the events of the previous episode where he saved Fisk's life. He tries to put the pieces together, puts everything together, and knows what happened and is going on. And then he goes back to his apartment, and we see Frank waiting there for him, the Punisher. And then the task force that Kingpin put together is coming in and just going to wreak havoc, and it's a fun-filled action sequence that is just so good with the Punisher and Daredevil working together. They escape an explosion, and they kind of meet up with Karen, and then you see Karen, asking Matt what's happening, what's going on. They then go to a storage unit where all the files are, and we see the actual reasoning of what happened and what's everything's happening, and the reason why Fisk is building that kind of port building and how everything connects with Vanessa, and Fisk knows about all of this, and we find out, and he just supports his wife with everything that's going on. And then you see Fisk just lose. He's like, there was an attempt on my life, we have to take this out, blah blah blah. And they have to have an initiative of causing panic and chaos to, I guess, fund their reasoning of going after Daredevil and or whoever, supposedly did it. They're blaming Daredevil. They do that, and it's a city-wide blackout. We see Punisher hear that over the radio. He goes down to the port and the docks, kind of gets caught, captured, gets beaten up, but not before he takes out a few of those task force people. And then it's like everything, it's just like slow motion, what's going on, what's happening. And then Matt is like, there with Karen. And we're like, okay, wait a minute. He's like, and then he doesn't go in. He just says, I need an army. And then that goes into something else. And it's just like, well, we find out who actually killed Hector Ayala also. And Bullseye's still on the loose. I mean, I feel like this was a good season 1 finale, but it left it open-ended because, and the reason it did leave it open-ended is because we're getting a second season, which is supposed to premiere in early to mid 2026. Will this factor into Spider-Man? Because now at the end of this episode, we see that it's martial law in New York City. And Kingpin is now Kingpin again, or excuse me, Fisk is now Kingpin again, and he has that monarch. He can do whatever he wants because he's mayor, and it's just an interesting way of how to close a season out. I enjoyed it. It was really well done. There were some episodes of this season that were like, all right, where are we going with this? Let's get to the point. But when you see from episode 1 up until the season finale, it all makes sense. Why Foggy was killed, what he uncovered, how the Punisher plays into all this, what's going on. And not only that, when Vanessa and Fisk are going downstairs to where they always do to eat dinner and talk and, share some champagne, we see people in cages. We see the swordsman, and at the end we see Frank in there as well. And there's a nice little post-credit scene where I won't give too much away for that. This series was broken up into 2 seasons. It was supposed to be 1 full season of 18 episodes, but they split it into 2 seasons, which 9 episodes each, which is fine for me. I don't mind it at all, but I'm very curious to see how everything will play out now. The connection of it with how much grit and vigilantism is going to be in the second season. Will we have familiar faces come in even more now? And I just love every single character. Was very hesitant to hear that, Disney kind of redid this again, but, it's good that they did because the Netflix series for Daredevil was good. Then they did the 2 seasons of The Punisher, which was fantastic. Hopefully The Punisher does get another season for his own show, but we will have to wait and see to find out. And like I said, hopefully this plays a role in the Phase 6 of the MCU where we see, Matt and Daredevil and the Punisher in the Spider-Man movie, and kind of have some, back and forth with that. It's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out. We just have to wait a little bit longer for season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story? Did you like how it all played out? What do you think is going to happen in season 2? And how do you think these characters will play a part in phase 6 of the MCU? And do you think we'll see them in the Spider-Man movie titled Brand New Day? Or do you think that it's just its own thing? And what do you think is going to happen with the Punisher and everyone that is involved? And do you think that Kingpin will finally be taken down? Let me know in the comment section about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you all in the next review video. And thanks so much for tuning into my episodic weekly review of Season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. I'll see you all for Season 2.